Frank, where are you and your mom? I can't spot you anywhere.
Huh?
I just came out of the bathroom and you're not where I left you. Did you go into a store or something?
Well, we're not in a shop right now. We did step into one briefly, and I treated myself to some new sneakers and a stylish belt, but we've left the store since. I did use your credit card for the purchase though. It cost a bit, but I figured it's not a big deal. You'll settle it eventually, and that's what credit cards are for, right?
I can't believe you used my credit card again without my permission. I will just let this slide because I don't want to ruin our vacation. I won't next time. Anyway, where are you two now? We don't want to miss our tour. We don't have time for a game of hide and seek right now.
We've already moved on.
What? You've left? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I've said. We've left and joined the tour on our own. We arrived at the location early, and the tour guide decided to start early, allowing us more time to explore.
But what about me?
What do you mean, what about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You both just left without me.
Well, that's not my fault. You took an awfully long time in the bathroom. Not everyone can adhere to your schedule. To be honest, we didn't want to miss out on the tour because you were taking so long. It seemed like you were having some stomach issues, which might have limited how far you could walk without needing the restroom. I'd have had to stay with you, given that I'm your husband, and miss out on this amazing historical experience. Is that fair to me?
When have I ever prevented you from doing something just because I couldn't do it? If you wanted to explore, I would have found something to occupy myself with. I don't need constant supervision just because I might have an upset stomach. It doesn't mean I would stop you from enjoying yourself.
Well, great. It means that Mom and I can do our own thing for the rest of this trip, and you can focus on what you need to do with your stomach issue. We don't want to miss out on the fun activities we had in mind, like kayaking on the local river.
Me having fun separately while you enjoy a tour is one thing, but completely abandoning me for the entire trip is a different story. How can you be so selfish and inconsiderate? I didn't choose to have an upset stomach. And as my husband, I expected some empathy and support from you to make the best of the situation. We could go back to the hotel and have a relaxing day together.
Why should it be my responsibility to take care of you when you're sick? I'm not the one who's sick, so I shouldn't have to sacrifice my fun time just because you are. I want to make the most of this trip and have fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't just abandon my mom. That would be impolite.
Are you seriously telling me this? I can't believe you. You're actually going to leave me in a foreign country while you and your mom go off doing who knows what. Don't you care about my well-being at all?
Well, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I've been wanting to say something for a while now, actually. I haven't been happy in our relationship. I often feel like you're consistently bringing me down. I want to be married to someone who nags me instead of allowing me to be myself. My mom shares this sentiment. She believes you're rather dull, and I deserve a more fun spouse. You see, I'm planning to explore various sites and attractions in this foreign country, some of which you might not be interested in. I won't let you dictate what I can or cannot do anymore. It's as simple as that.
I see. But if you've been feeling this way, why haven't you talked to me about it? We could have discussed our issues and worked through them together. How about you meet me after the tour and we can have a proper conversation? We can address our concerns and find a solution together. That's what married couples should do when facing problems. Communicate and work things out.
How clingy can you be? Well, I'm not interested in that. I made my mind up some time ago. I know I don't want to stay in this relationship and I want a divorce.
Divorce? Is that really what you want? You don't even want to attempt to work things out together?
It would just be a waste of my time.
Wow, thanks. What happened to in sickness and in health? Do those vows mean nothing to you?
Well, they're just words. They don't hold any meaning for me.
Great. Thanks for letting me know. Why did you even bring me on this trip if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, let's face it, you earn a good income. I couldn't have afforded a 2-week trip to Europe for me and my mom on my own. Your financial support was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can do as I please.
You're despicable. You brought me along just to use my money? If that's the way you want to act, then fine. Just return my card and backpack. Afterward, we can both move on and have nothing to do with each other ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I won't be giving you your backpack.
You can't just leave me in a foreign country and take my purse. It has my passport and all my money in it.
Oh, what do you think I wanted? I'm not gonna use my own money when I can use yours.
What are you on about?
Well, considering all the issues you've caused me with your unenthusiastic attitude, I thought I'd use your money to fund the remainder of my trip and enjoy the fun I deserve. I also want to treat my mom a bit, so I'll use your money for that as well. She's in a nice place. She deserves it.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. And I did. Consider it compensation for all the trips I missed out on because you thought they were too unsafe or too expensive. I believe I deserve some enjoyment. And you can foot the bill as a way to make up for the trouble you've put me through.
If anyone should be offering an apology here, it's you. You've treated me horribly, and I haven't done anything to deserve it. I can't wait to get home and put some distance between us.
Well, it seems you won't be getting home anytime soon. I've got your passport with me, so you're kinda stuck here. Honestly, it's a relief not having to deal with you anymore. So it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm going now. I have a lot to do with my day, like indulging in the things I've always wanted. I have no intention of spending the day texting you. Who knows, I might even meet a nice girl to hang out with. There's one who's been quite friendly on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it leads.
Are you really telling me that you're planning to be unfaithful? Do you not realize the potential risks involved? You don't even know that woman. She could have ulterior motives.
Well, I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your disgusting behavior.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck getting back home.
Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. It's you who should be concerned with your recklessness. I won't be surprised if you end up being taken advantage of.
As if that would ever happen. I'm much smarter than you. I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money or cards because I knew I could rely on yours. That's how brilliant I am.
You didn't bring any of your own money or cards?
Nope. What would I need them for when I have yours?
Well, you just gave me an idea for something. Thank you for that.
Huh?
It's nothing. You've just added some sunshine to my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make.
Whatever. Just leave me be. See ya.
Oh, Kim. Frank and I are having the most delightful time on our vacation. You're missing out on so much. LOL. I mean, my son and I are truly enjoying ourselves. If you're interested, you'll have to cover your expenses.
I've managed to secure enough to move out. Thanks to that.
Huh? I'm a bit confused. Frank informed me that he has all your money and cards. So how do you plan to move out without the funds or your passport to return home? Do you really think I'm gullible enough to fall for your bluff?
Yes, I really do think so.
What? How dare you?
I've managed to return home. I contacted the American Embassy and explained the situation. Fortunately, they arranged an emergency passport and put me on the next available flight a couple of days ago. Once back, I started packing up my belongings from the house. I won't stay with someone who callously takes my things and abandons me in a foreign country. What? But that's not... That's exactly what happened, and you know it. You're practically gloating about me being left in such a situation. But I wouldn't be celebrating if I were you.
What do you mean? Why not?
Well, did you know that most banks encourage you to report stolen or lost cards to prevent unauthorized use? They can even offer a bit of financial assistance if you're in a foreign country to avoid leaving you stranded. Banks can do quite a lot these days. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Wait. Kim? What have you done?
Oh, not much. I've simply followed the bank's advice, which includes canceling all my cards and getting new ones sent to me here at home.
But that means the cards Frank has are...
Completely useless. Yes.
Oh no. But we've been using them for everything. When did you contact the bank?
Only on the very first day you and your son left me behind.
So, for the past few days, we haven't been covering our expenses?
I suppose not. You might have some angry people on your hands.
Please, you have to assist us.
No way. After what you did to me, this is the least you deserve.
I'll inform Frank about all of this.
Good. I hope you do. He deserves to understand the predicament he's gotten himself into.
Fine, I'll inform him. Then you'll see.
We'll see about that.
Kim, my mom just told me what you've done. Why would you do that?
Why? Maybe because the man who was supposed to love me chose to abandon me in a foreign country, stealing all my money and my only means of returning home. Reporting it to my bank was the least I could do. That's why I've also decided to sell all your belongings to recover the money you have already spent on my cards. Honestly, I thought it was a rather clever idea. I've already nearly recovered the expenses from the trip.
But that's all my stuff, including my consoles, clothes, and everything.
Yep, and let's not forget the headphones and games too. It's all up for sale.
I can't believe you've gone this far. This has to be illegal. It's my property, so you can't just sell it.
Well, technically, since I bought most of this stuff for you, I have legal ownership of it. LOL.
But that's not fair. Please stop messing with my belongings.
Oh, and I've also listed the house for sale.
What? That can't be possible or legal, can it?
Well, considering the mortgage is in my name, not yours, it's entirely legal. I have the right to sell the house, and I'll receive all the proceeds from the sale, while you won't get a penny.
That can't be right. I'm your husband. I should get a share from the house sale.
Actually, you're not my husband anymore.
What? Don't be absurd. I'm still your husband.
Actually, no, you're not. Not anymore. I initiated the divorce process right after I returned from Europe, just as you wished. It was quite straightforward, especially after I shared with my lawyers what you put me through during our trip. They were more than willing to assist me in winning my case and ending our marriage.
Hold on. Lawyers?
Yes. When I disclosed how you treated me and took my money and passport, they immediately took action to start the divorce proceedings. I don't believe they wanted to see me married to you any more than I did. I've given the divorce papers to your brother, along with the remaining items from the house. Well, the ones I didn't purchase. As it turns out, there were only 2 boxes full. The rest of the things were things you had acquired from me. My lawyers will be in touch with you shortly regarding compensation. Judging by their discussions, it seems you'll be paying a substantial amount in compensation.
What? Oh, hold on a second. Let's not rush into this. We can discuss this. Perhaps we don't need to go through with the divorce. We can find a way to address our issues. Can we please talk about it?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I provided you with multiple opportunities to talk to me and to attempt to resolve our problems while we were abroad. Instead, you chose to steal my belongings and abandon me. Thankfully, I managed to reach the embassy and they helped me return home. Now that I'm back, all I want is to remove you from my life once and for all. I don't need someone so self-centered, awful, and utterly despicable in my life.
But what about the house?
What about it? Considering the house was in my name, I thought I'd sell it and move to a better place.
What about me?
That's your concern now. I no longer have to be your caretaker. I can finally live my life freely and on my own terms without having to support you. Anyway, my lawyers have advised me not to communicate with you any further. If you have anything to convey, please go through them. Goodbye.
No, wait.
The divorce proceedings ended smoothly due to the substantial evidence I had, including the text Frank sent me during our trip. He was also ordered to pay substantial compensation for the way he treated me. When Frank and his mom returned to the United States, the authorities were already informed about the theft and fraud they had attempted against me. Both Frank and Natalie were apprehended, but I decided not to press charges. However, I did request a restraining order against both of them, which the court promptly granted. Since then, I've sold my former house and found a new home that better suits my preferences. I've also begun casually dating someone. While it's not yet serious, dating him is enjoyable, and we're having a great time together. Hopefully, this time, I won't end up in a foreign country without funds if I continue seeing him. Regarding Natalie and Frank, both of them are marked as scammers by the police, and the banks kept a vigilant watch on their activities, flagging certain transactions until they could verify the payment method. Frank had to move back in with his mom as he couldn't afford a new apartment. I don't feel remorse for my actions, as I believe they both got what they deserved for their treatment of me. However, I wish it hadn't come to this, but some individuals need to learn life lessons the hard way, and Frank is certainly one of those people.
Hey, Billy, can I ask you something? I've just noticed something strange, and I thought you could clear something up for me.
Well, you did just ask me a question, lol. But yeah, sure, what's up?
I was just wondering why my stuff is in your bedroom.
Huh? What do you mean? I haven't got anything of yours.
Yeah, you have. You've got a few of my clothes, like the skirt with the flowers on it, and I saw some of my shoes in your room as well. My black boots. Why have you taken them? It's not like they'd fit you. You're way too fat for the skirt, and your feet are too big for the shoes. You're just going to stretch them out. Are you seriously that jealous of me that you're trying to steal my things?
Okay, first of all, I haven't taken anything. You must have left a couple of things here last time you came over to visit, and my mom probably thought that they were mine, so she put them in my room. Secondly, what do you mean I'm too fat to fit in them? Where on earth has that come from?
Oh, as if your mom would mix our clothes up. She knows what kind of style I wear, and it's nowhere near the tragic clothes that you like. Besides, like I said, you're way too fat to fit into my stuff. I'm like a size 2, and you're a size 6 to 8. I swear, if you've tried putting any of my clothes on and stretched them, I'm going to be so angry. That's like my favorite skirt, so if it doesn't fit me anymore, then I'm seriously going to be angry. You'll have to pay me back for it. And let me tell you, it wasn't cheap.
I haven't worn anything of yours. And just because I'm not a size 0 doesn't mean I'm fat. Anyway, why would I want to wear your clothes? I can afford my own clothes, thanks, and they're more my style, you know? Not just strings of fabric that hardly cover anything.
Whatever. Maybe that's why you haven't actually found a boyfriend yet. You do know that men like women who don't act like complete nuns, don't you?
Doesn't mean that you have to show off everything. That just makes you look easy.
Well, Mike likes how I dress.
Yeah, well, his taste could use a bit of refinement.
Are you saying that I'm not classy enough for my boyfriend?
Well, if the shoe fits.
Ah, whatever. But I better not find anything of mine in your room again. Or else.
Or else what? You seriously can't be getting so worked up over an accident.
You say it's an accident, but I know that it's not really an accident. You want to be like me, and I can't really blame you. I am amazing, but you're going to have to deal with not being me and not stealing my stuff. Got it?
Why on earth would I want to be like you? Just because my mom married your dad doesn't mean that I lose all sense of myself. I'm quite happy as I am, thanks.
No, you're jealous of me.
Jealous of you?
Yeah, because my dad married your mom, and she loves him and me more than you. You hate the fact that I'm now the daughter who your mother loves the most.
Whoa. Hold up a second. I know that my mom loves you, and I'm happy that you two get along so well. And I'm happy that she found someone who she wants to be with, even if you are suddenly being quite a horrible person.
Oh, please, don't play stupid. You're jealous that I took your mom from you, so you're trying to get back at me for that.
Okay, you've officially gone insane, Florence. I know that my mom loves me, and that while she might have started a new life with your dad, and that includes you, I'm still very important to her.
Blah, blah, blah. We'll see about that.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Just that, if I were you, I wouldn't get too comfortable staying in the family for much longer.
What? You're seriously not making any sense right now. I have no clue what you're on about.
I'm on about the fact that I'm going to make sure that you get kicked out of the family.
But why? Why would you do that to me?
Well, now that I'm here, there's really only room for one daughter in this family. I'd really rather not have to try and compete with you for your mom's and my dad's attention. So I'm just going to make it so that I don't have to.
And how are you going to do that then?
Well, it's easy, really. I'll just make it impossible for them to deny me. I always get what I want, Billy. And what I want is you gone from my life. Besides, I'm not willing to share any money from wills and stuff. I want to have all of that so I can have a nice and comfy life. I can't do that if you're trying to hone in on everything as well.
Wow. Okay. Well, let me stop you right there. My mom would never do something like that. She loves me, and so I don't think that she would choose a practical stranger over her own daughter.
Well, we'll just see about that. I mean, I'm sure she'll be willing to be persuaded if I told her that I could make my dad leave her at the drop of a hat if I wanted to, and if she doesn't do what I say. My opinion is very important to my dad, and he wants to make sure that I'm happy with anyone who he decides to be with.
You would seriously do that? You would seriously ruin my mom and your dad's relationship just because you didn't get your own way?
Yep, I really would do that.
That is so pathetic. I mean, what kind of horrible person would do something like that?
I'm the horrible one? I don't think so. You're the one who tried to steal my things. Who knows what else you might try to steal if I don't get rid of you.
Florence, I haven't tried to steal anything. You seriously need to get your head checked because there's only so many ways that I can say this.
I don't need to do anything. I don't believe you, and that's final. You're probably just trying to lie to me or something so that you can get me to put my guard down. Well, it's not going to work.
Oh my god. Do you even hear yourself? Look, for the last time, I haven't stolen anything from you. I don't think that you've stolen my mom from me, so I'm not jealous. So you need to stop acting so crazy and just back off. Got it?
We'll just see who actually needs to back off in the end. Don't you worry about that. Hey Billy, have you heard the news? Actually, I know you haven't because I asked to be the one to tell you it. It's so great though. Just wait until you hear it.
Okay, Florence, I'll bite. What's so great?
You're being kicked out of the house!
What?
Yeah, how incredible is that?
It's not incredible at all, and you know that. Why am I being kicked out?
Well, after our conversation the other day, I really thought you knew that it was going to happen.
I thought you were bluffing.
As if I'd bluff about that. Anyway, I went and spoke to your mom and told her all about how you stole my things. And we both agreed that there was no way that we were comfortable living with a thief in the house. So, we want you out by the end of tomorrow.
You're kidding me, right? This is all some horrible joke that's gone too far?
Nope, I'm 100% serious. Because you've proven yourself to be a horrible thief who will take whatever she wants with no regards to anyone else or their feelings. And I might have blackmailed her with the whole breaking her and my dad up thing. So, yeah. I also might have said that because you are in your 20s now, you should be living on your own anyway and being independent. They totally agreed with me.
You are seriously unbelievable. You're actually going to throw me out of the house simply because you think I stole some stupid clothes?
Of course not. I couldn't care less about the clothes. They were just a convenient excuse to get rid of you once and for all.
I can't believe you right now. You are seriously one messed up girl.
Say whatever you want. The end result is the same. You're gone and I've won.
You know what? Fine. I'll happily move out of this house, but you might not like the end result when I do.
Ugh, seriously? You're trying to threaten me now? It's kind of sad.
I don't care what you think. You're definitely in for a rude awakening.
Whatever. Just hurry up and leave already. I will feel much better when a thief is no longer living with me.
I'm not a thief. You're just a crazy, selfish person who doesn't care about anyone but herself.
I'm the selfish one? What about you?
I'm not the one kicking my stepsister out of the house because I'm jealous of her. Do you really think that everything is going to work out for you?
I don't see why it wouldn't. There's literally nothing that you can do to get back at me. Face it, you've lost, so just go away and leave our lives already.
Fine, I'll be gone by the end of tomorrow. Just be prepared to pay the consequences.
Whatever. Your empty threats don't scare me. Face it, our parents are on my side. We can't live alongside a criminal, so you'll need to handle leaving yourself.
Fine, I'm leaving. Take care.
Huh?
I'm doing what you asked, but you'll soon see that things aren't going to work out how you want it to.
Hey, Billy? How are you?
Florence? How do you think I'm doing? I've been kicked out of my home, and I've been forced to crash on my friend's couch whilst I try to find a place of my own. What do you want? Why are you messaging me? Haven't you already tried to ruin my life enough?
Well, you see, hang on. What do you mean, tried to ruin your life? From the sound of it, your life is completely ruined.
Actually, it's not going too bad. After you and Mom kicked me out, I didn't know where to go. I thought for sure that I would end up on the streets or something. I was really worried. Thankfully, my friend Damien offered for me to crash on his sofa for a little bit. And now that I don't have to live in the house with you anymore, I've been able to start actually saving for my own place.
Well, it still sounds horrible. It serves you right for what you did, trying to steal my stuff and all.
Uh-huh. Well, because I don't live at home anymore, I've been able to focus more on work, and I've actually managed to secure myself a promotion and a decent pay rise. As well as that, me and Damien have really been getting to know each other, and we've discovered that we've actually got a lot in common. He's taking me out on our first date tomorrow. So, thanks to you, I've improved in my job and I've got myself a boyfriend. So, thanks for that.
What? That wasn't supposed to happen. You were supposed to be destitute and begging to come back. You were supposed to be the loser, not actually get your life together and start making something of yourself. That's just not fair. Why do you always have to ruin everything?
I ruined everything? Just because I wasn't willing to go along with your crazy demands? Get a grip, would you? You wanted me out of the house, so I'm out of the house. What I do with my life now is no concern of yours, and you have absolutely no say over what I do now. If you don't like it, then tough. I don't need to try and please such a horrible person.
I'm not the horrible one, you are.
You're clearly too delusional to change your mind, so I'm just going to go.
No, wait. There was a reason why I messaged you.
Oh yeah? What is it? You wanted to try and scare me away from my boyfriend now?
No. Look, even though both me and your mom wanted you out of the house, we kind of forgot that you actually put quite a bit towards the rent and the bills. We need you to keep paying what you did when you lived here. Otherwise, I don't think we can afford to keep the house.
Hang on. You want me to keep paying rent even though you've kicked me out of the house?
Yes.
Why can't your dad help pay for it? He's the one who married my mom, after all.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's not got a lot of money. He apparently has a little gambling problem, and he spent most of his money playing cards. So he can't afford the rent that you are paying.
And you? Why can't you pay it?
Well, I don't really want to pay that much money. I mean, I have things that I want to get for myself. I can't be paying for boring things such as rent and bills and stuff.
Yeah, well, looks like you're going to have to. I don't live at the house anymore, so I'm not going to pay for a place where I don't live. Especially when I was actually kicked out of the house.
What? Why not?
Seriously? Because you and my mom have been vile to me. I mean, who kicks their own daughter and stepdaughter out of the house? Horrible people, that's who. There's no way that I'm going to help you out anymore. If you can't afford to keep the house, then I guess you'll just have to find somewhere cheaper to live. Besides, I'm helping Damien out with the rent now, and I'm saving up to get a house of my own. So there's no way that I'll be able to pay 2 lots of rent.
But what are me and my parents going to do?
I guess you should have thought about that before kicking me out of the house. Oh well, it's worked out for me, so I honestly don't care anymore.
So you're just going to wash your hands of us? What kind of sister and daughter just abandons her family?
The same one who was kicked out by those people herself, and has only been contacted when they want money from her. I mean, you haven't even offered for me to return home. You just want my money.
Well, we don't want you back in the house. We're happier without you here. We just need your money. So stop being selfish and give us what we need.
Yeah, no. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to just give up all of my hard-earned money to people who clearly don't care about me. You're going to have to figure all of this out for yourself. Good luck keeping the house or whatever. I'm going to go and enjoy my new life and see where it takes me. I just know that I won't be spending it with horrible and selfish people. In fact, I'm pretty sure being kicked out of that house is the best possible thing that could have happened to me. Now that I'm out, I can actually see how toxic and detrimental that house and everyone in it were for me. I am much better off fending for myself than simply appealing you and my mom. I'm not a bank, and I have my own life, and I'm thankful that I can actually start living it properly now. So thanks for making all of this happen. See you, Florence.
Wait, you can't just leave, Billy. You've got to help us. Get back here.
After trying to get me to pay for the house, even after kicking me out of it, I kind of lost contact with my mom and stepsister. After how they treated me, I didn't really want anything to do with them, especially considering that my mom would rather pick a gambling addict over her own daughter. Since then, me and Damien have been living happily together. We managed to save up for our own house and have actually been able to buy a place that both of us simply love. Our relationship is going really well, and I'm so glad that I got to know him when I did, as he has been my rock ever since. As for my mom and Florence, last I heard they had to move out of the house and into a smaller apartment which they could afford, as Florence's father kept gambling all of his money away. I feel a little bad about it, but at the end of the day, it wasn't my responsibility to pay for them, especially after they kicked me out and acted so horrible. Sometimes, you just got to know your worth. Besides, Florence is more than capable of getting a job and helping with the bills. The fact that she hasn't taken those steps just shows that she is as selfish as I told her she was.